Hi guys, welcome back. I'm so excited about today's video, and I'm really sorry if you can hear banging in the background. One of our neighbours has been having work being done for like 3 or 4 days, and it's honestly driving me mad because all I can hear is banging and drilling and sawing. I don't know what they're having done, but it's really annoying. Anyway, today's video, very excited for. I'm going to be testing some old wives' gender tests to see if it can tell us what little spud is. We don't know what we're having. We are not finding out until it comes out, you know, nicely and easily and painlessly, hopefully. Living in a dream world there. So we won't know kind of like what's right or what's wrong until that point, and I think it would be really fun to like revisit this at that point to be like, oh, what ones were true and which ones just didn't work. But yeah, I'm going to be doing some of those tests today. I've been wanting to do this since before I was even pregnant, so I'm very excited about this. But I did want to hold off until I was at like nearer my 3rd trimester, because there are some bits in here that are like shape of bump, where you're carrying, everything like that. So I wanted to make sure that when I did this, it was going to be like a fair test. So when I'm filming this, I'm actually 27 weeks and 2 days. In 2 days. When you're seeing this, I think I'm going to be like 20 or 29 weeks. I'm not 100% sure when this is going up yet. At some point in May Madness. But yeah, I'm very excited about this, so yes. Obviously these are all old wives tests. I don't think any of these are scientifically proven or anything like that. There is a couple of tests in here that say they're like 80–90% accurate, so we will see if those are actually true. I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, let's find out if it's meant to be a boy or a girl. And I need something to tally this. Didn't think about that. I'd say at the moment most people keep saying we're having a girl, but I don't know if that's because they think we're having a girl or because everybody around me has boys. Like both of my best friends that have had a baby in the last 2 years, they've had boys. Both of my nephews, funnily enough, are boys. Like my brother's just had a 2nd baby. That's a boy, he had a 1st boy. So everybody around us is boys. So I feel like everybody's just going, you're having a girl, because they want a girl. But I don't know. I don't really know at the moment. I'm not really swinging one way or the other. Okay, let's go through some of these tests. So I have a few. I don't know how many I have here, but we have a few. So the first one is your heart rate. So, or baby's heart rate even, not yours. Baby's heart rate. So apparently it's all down to the speed of the heart rate, so whether it's above or below 140 beats per minute. So if it's over 140 beats per minute, then it's a girl. If it's under, then it's a boy. Ours was, I think, 155 beats per minute, so it was going fast. So that is 1 for the girl. Okay, carrying high or low. So this is one that I obviously couldn't do until a bit later, because the earlier that you are in your pregnancy, the lower your uterus is, like, falls anyway. But as I'm a lot later now, I do feel like there's definitely like shape and pattern to how I'm carrying. I did, however, I was literally like, how am I supposed to know if I'm carrying high or low? Like, I've not really thought about it before. So I sent pictures to my mum, and my mother-in-law had previously said that she thought I was carrying high. So high is one, low is the other. So I sent pictures to my mum and I was like, am I carrying high or low? And she would say, she said that she thinks I'm carrying higher. And like my brother's partner was carrying a lot lower than me, and she had a boy. But she was definitely carrying lower. And I would say as well, generally, get my notes back up. I think I'm higher because I'm like a bit more up here. I'm not really low. I think I'm very kind of like in the middle, which is where I'm struggling. But I looked on like photos online and like comparing, and I think I would say higher than lower is what I'm carrying. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So high is a girl. Another one for the girls. Cravings. So are you craving sweet or salty things? I wouldn't really say I've had like cravings. I had more aversions in like the 1st trimester or the first half of my pregnancy. I wouldn't say I had any like consistent cravings, but when I did fancy something, it was either like crisps. I really wanted Doritos at one point, or like cheese, or like really fresh stuff like grapes or like cucumber. I really wanted at one point, in celery. So I feel like that's definitely more on the savoury side. I definitely haven't really had any like sweet cravings. I've wanted like ice cream and ice lollies, but I think that's more just because it's cool. And I am starting to get like, I think, a bit more heartburn now. So I just feel like I've wanted that because it's cool rather than the fact that it's sweet. So I would say I've had more like savoury, salty cravings. And that would be the first one for the boys. Okay, so the Chinese gender calendar. I've seen a few of these online. So I'm going to get this up so that I can make sure I'm actually doing this correctly, because I think there's like a couple of different ways. So essentially what it is there's a chart. I think they should, in theory, all be the same, you would think. So, and I'll put this chart on the screen as well. So, mother's lunar age, what does that mean? I don't know. But anyway, basically they take a look at the age that you are of when you conceived, and also the month in which you conceived it. And it's like a chart thing. Like I said, I'll put this on the screen so that you can see, and that basically says whether or not you're having a boy or a girl. There's also something that I did online where you put that like in manually as well, and it generates it for you. That one told me I was having a girl, but I thought I wanted to actually do like the proper calendar one, and apparently it's something like 80% accurate. I don't know. I should actually look at like what my brother and his girlfriend have just done. So she was, oh my god, it's her birthday today and I don't actually know how old. So she's 25 now, so she would have been 24 when she conceived, and they conceived in July, so that's boy. So it was right for them. So for me, I was 29 at conception. I'm saying conception, obviously conception happened in a petri dish, but I was 29 when that happened, and it was in November, and that is a girl. So the Chinese calendar, that's like 80% apparently, is telling me it's a girl. Okay, so the next is similar, so it's the Mayan method. Now, I've actually seen and watched a few videos where this has been described in a couple of different ways. So I've seen where it says like when you're both the age of conception and the year that you conceived are both even or both odd, it's a girl, and if they're different then it's a boy. But then I've also seen one where it's like if you add them together, then if you add the month that you conceived with your age of conception, if it turns out even then it's a girl, and if it's odd then it's a boy. So I'm not sure, so I'm going to Google it and see what it actually is. Apparently this also has a calendar. Okay. There's a calendar for the Mayan one as well. Fair enough, which says girl too. So that one also says girl. Okay, so the Mayan predictor calendar only needs 2 pieces of information. The age of the mother at the time of conception and the month of conception. If the number of the age and the number of the month are both odd or both even, then it's a girl. If the age is odd and the month is even, or vice versa, it's a boy. So, number of the month is 11. Age that I conceived was 29, so they're both odd. So the Mayans, and I'll save this calendar as well, the Mayan gender predictor calendar is also saying a girl. The girls are doing pretty well here. This is quite interesting. Okay, the next one. So the Ramsey Method, apparently this is meant to be like 95% accurate, which is kind of weird, but it's where baby is sitting in early scans. So I'm just going to like get up the description so that I can actually like describe this properly. And I'm going to put like a picture showing like what it is as well, because it's, I got very confused when somebody was trying to like explain it. So this can tell you what you're having from as early as like 6 weeks. So it states if you have like a transvaginal scan, the girl will appear on the left of the, if the embryo is on the left of the scan, it's a girl. If it's on the right of the scan, it's a boy. If you have a transabdominal one, it would flip because it's like a mirror image. So the boy would be on the left and the girl would be on the right. So I've got my, this is our 6-week scan completely, because our 8-week scan baby was literally like bang in the middle. Obviously with us, like, our embryo was planted, so I don't know if that makes a difference, but from this, and again I'll put like a better thing on screen, I would say it's very much like attached to the left hand side, and you can see a little bit more up. I mean, this bit's baby, this bit's the embryo sac, or not embryo sac, amniotic sac, that's what it was. But it definitely appears to be more on the left side of this. Hold on, am I doing this right? Okay, here we go. No, I am right. So I'm going to put this picture on screen. This is like explaining it. The others were very, very confused. This one is very, very clear. So the transvaginal, if it's on this side, which mine kind of is, I mean, if you put that in half, kind of is. If it's on this side, it's a girl. If it's on this side, it's a boy, and then it's flipped if it's a abdominal one. So from this, I would say girl. But again, because our embryo was implanted, I don't know if that makes a difference, but if it doesn't, that is saying a girl, and apparently that's 95% accurate, so that'll be quite interesting to see if that is even correct. Okay, so some of these now can be done like just by me sitting here and talking. Skin. So have you had super glowy skin, or have you had very blemish prone skin? The thing is, when people tell me I'm looking like glowy and have like a really lovely healthy glow, that's usually because of my makeup. I've had like a couple of people like, oh, you've got that lovely pregnancy glow, your skin looks really nice, and I'm like, yep, I use glowy makeup. I'm cheating. I'm full on cheating. I would say that in general, I think I have been probably a little bit more blemish prone, especially on my back has been horrendous. Around like my breasts have been very spotty, and I'm definitely getting more on different parts of my face than I've had before. Like generally I'd get them like around my chin if I'm hormonal anyway, but I'm definitely getting more than usual, and I'm also getting quite a lot up here, and I keep getting random ones. So I would say I've definitely had more blemishes than glowy. The glow is makeup assisted. It's very, very much makeup assisted. So what does that mean? Glowy means a boy, blemish means a girl. Apparently, if you're having a girl, it steals your beauty. So nice of them. Okay, baby head shape. So we need to go back to your scan. So apparently if the head is rounded, it's one, and if it's more of a square shape, then it's another. So I have our latest scan here, which was our 20-week. Baby was not being very cooperative, so we don't have great pictures. I mean, these are just of like baby's skull. Super, super nice. But the bottom two are a little bit better. You can kind of see a little bit more of the head's outline. I think that's more rounded. Let me know what you think below, but I think the outline is definitely a little bit more rounded. I don't think it's looking square. I think there's a round head. I'm going to go with round. Which one is that? I tried not to look at what each one means so that I'm not like swaying. Where am I? Baby head shape. So if it's more square, then it's a boy. If it's round, it's a girl. We got another one for Team Girl here. Okay, so apparently if you have the line on your stomach, which is it's called the linea nourish or something, it has a name. Linea something like that. So depending on how far that goes up depends on what you're having. So I've only really just started getting mine, and it's still very faint, and we're still a little bit like, is it there or is it not? But when I look in the mirror, I'm definitely seeing a line. But it is a very new light, so I don't know if this will obviously change the more bump grows, or like, I don't know how that works. but at the moment it kind of stops at my belly button, and it's not at the top, it's very much just underneath the belly button going down. I don't have anything above it, and apparently that means it's a girl. If you have something going all the way up, then it's a boy. If it stops at the belly button, then it's a girl. Wow, the girls are doing good, but like I said, it's very new, so I don't know if that's going to change. Okay, next one is morning sickness. So did you have a lot of morning sickness or not? Was morning sickness like carried on after your 12 weeks, blah, blah, blah. I was very, very lucky. I didn't really have any morning sickness at all. I felt pretty good throughout the whole pregnancy so far. I would say like I was very tired in the first 12 weeks, but otherwise I felt pretty okay. Didn't really have any morning sickness. So yeah, we're going for a boy. So if you have very little or no morning sickness, it's a boy. If you have lots, then it's a girl. I would 100% take that one with a pinch of salt, because my friend was horrendous. She was sick up until like about 20 weeks, I think. She was really, really ill, and she ended up having a boy, so don't know about that one. Headaches. So have you had like lots of headaches or not really? Yeah, the headache question is an interesting one, because I did have them in my first trimester but not the second one. But the question is, have you had them or not? And I have had them, so that would be a yes. This is the only fair way. It's a yes or no question. Have you had headaches? I have had headaches. Okay, so headaches. It's a boy. To be fair, that makes sense. Boys do give you headaches, so. Heartburn. Oh, this is going to be an interesting one. So, have I had heartburn? I have had like little bursts of it, I think, over the last few weeks. I feel like yesterday afternoon I was really uncomfortable from like here upwards, and I was like, I don't know if things are just getting squashed. But when I looked up online, the symptoms were kind of around heartburn, so I think I'm starting to get it, but I'm not sure. I don't know. Editing Lisa, can you answer this question for me, because you're going to be like an extra 2 weeks down the line. Have we had heartburn? Have we not had heartburn? Right now I'm going to say no, because if I have had it, it's not been bad enough for me to do anything about it. And I can't say for definite that I have or haven't had it. So no is boy. Again, going to take that with a pinch of salt, because I know my best friend had heartburn too when she had a boy. So yeah. Okay, mood. Have you been moody or have you been mellow? I think I've been pretty mellow. I don't think I've been moody at all, really. I should probably ask my husband this, but no, I think I've been pretty chill. I'm trying to think of like, no, I've not had like any outbursts, I've not had like any angry moments. I've had like, even with everything going on with isolation, I've been pretty chilled about it. So I'm going to say mellow. Editing Lisa put what Adam said on screen as well, but I'm still sticking with what I'm saying, which is mellow. And mellow is a boy. Okay, the boys are catching up now. Interesting. Okay, shape of bump. So if your bump is more like a basketball and is quite neat, then it's supposed to be a boy. If it's spreading out over your waistline, then it's a girl. I would say my bump is fairly neat. I like my bump. I have to say, I'm quite proud of my bump, but I do think it's quite neat. Like everybody that I've shown it to has said like it's all in the front, like there isn't really anything to the sides right now. That may change as I get bigger, but right now like I still have my waistline, like clothes that I had from before I was pregnant are still fitting in like the waist area. It's just the bump bit that they're struggling with and the boobage area, but I think it's quite like a neat one. So that is boy. Boys are definitely catching up. I should have checked to see if I've done like an even number of tests or an odd number to make sure that one or the other. Okay, the next one. Have I been more clumsy since I've been pregnant? No, I really don't think I have. I've read a lot online about people saying that they get they got really clumsy. I don't know more now. Yeah, I did read like lots of people saying that they had gotten more clumsy, but I don't think I have. I think I'm pretty much the same. I don't think there's any real difference in terms of like my hand-eye leg coordination. My brain is definitely going. Don't want to get in the baby brain. I forgot where the spoons were kept the other day, but I don't think I've been more clumsy. So, which is no is a girl. Okay, the girls are coming back. So yeah, if you haven't been more clumsy, then it's a girl. If you have, boy. Face shape. Okay, so has your face become fuller since you've been pregnant? I am going to say yes, because I feel like when I started losing weight, the first real thing I noticed when I was doing pictures and everything is that like my face was a lot less rounded, and I didn't look so big in the face, and I feel like it's getting more like that again. Not in like a fat way. I shouldn't say that. Not in like a I've put on too much weight kind of way, but I do feel like my face is fuller. Me personally, I've noticed it. I don't know if anybody else has. So I'm going to say yes, and that means if your face is fuller, it's a girl. Okay, so there's only 2 more left. So this one is, where do you sleep? So do you fall asleep on your left or your right side? Ooh. I always start on this side, which is my left, but I will generally turn onto this side, and I feel like this is generally where I fall asleep. I'm trying to like think now, because you don't know when you fall asleep, do you? You just do, and I fidget and move about a lot before I go to sleep. I'm a really bad fall asleeper, if that's a thing. Not good at falling asleep. So I would say my right side is where I generally fall asleep, and that is generally where I wake up on as well. So I am going to say my right side, which is where I'm facing Adam, yeah. That's usually where I'm more comfortable. That's a girl. Okay, do I even need to do this last test? We're going to do it anyway. So yeah, the last test is the ring with the string test. So Adam isn't here, so I'm going to have to do this myself. So I'm going to take a bit of hair. I mean, I have enough of it. Now, is that grey or is that blonde? Who knows? And we're going to take my wedding ring. Don't ever take these rings off, so this is weird. Oh, you really need cleaning. Okay, tie the wedding ring on the hair. Okay, we've got the ring on the string. So, I just need to hang it over bump and see if it goes back and forth or round. So let's see if we're going to try to do it here. That's definitely going back and forth, that's not going round. Hold on, let me video it on my phone as well to make sure that you guys can actually see this. Okay, so here it is. So I'm just gonna stop it and start it again. That's definitely back and forward, that's not round in the slightest. Okay, so what does that mean if it's back and forward? Okay, ring with a string. Back and forth, it's a boy. So the boy's got the last point. Okay, so a few of those I'm still a little bit unsure of, so, you know, editing Lisa is going to like put something in, but I think it's fair to say the girl came out on top there. It was 11 to girls and 7 to boys. That's quite a win for the female troop. So according to these tests, we are having a girl. According to friends and family, they think we are having a girl. I will say whenever I dream about baby, it is a girl. But I don't know if that's because everybody's telling me they think I'm going to have a girl. So I honestly don't know. Honestly, could not care less what it is. I'm just very excited to meet little Bump, especially now my newest nephew's been born. Every time they send for a picture, I'm like, I want one, I want mine now. But yeah, that's that's it. I'm going to list all of like the bits that I did below, so if you want to do this as well you can. But yeah, this was really fun. I really enjoyed doing this. Oh, so glad I did it. But yeah, apparently girl is for the win. So yeah, if you like this video, make sure you give a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And I will see you all again very soon. Bye.